There are two ways to sync your DualSense controller to your PS5 so you can play games with it. The easiest way is to use a cord. If this is the first controller you are pairing with the system, you have to do it this way. Find the USB-C cord that came with the PS5 or another one you have laying around. It's gotta have one end like this and another like this. None of the ends should look like these. Make sure the system and controller are off. Turn on the system using the button on the console itself. Connect the controller to the USB port on the front of the console using the cord. Then press the PlayStation button for 1 second. It'll ask you who is using the controller. It may then have you set up some preferences for the PS5, or it may ask you to run a controller update. But either way, you are good to go from here. If you're pairing a second controller right after this one, you can keep the system on and just follow these steps again. Just know that the first controller will maintain control of the dashboard, except for the one moment where it asks who is using the second controller. Here is the other method that does not use the cord. This will only work if you already have one controller synced. Use your already synced controller to turn on your PS5. We'll call this the primary controller. Go through this menu path. Then go to the second controller and hold the Create button and PlayStation button at the same time for 5 seconds. It'll start flashing, though it's kinda hard to see. This signals the mothership to come pick you up. The controller will appear as an option at the bottom of the screen. Using the primary controller, select it and say yes to register it. It'll then ask who's using it. Using the controller that was just flashing, say who it is. Control over the dashboard will then be handed back to the primary controller, but both controllers are now active. So if you jumped into a video game right now with 2 players, they would both work. As before, if the system wants to run an update on the controller, go ahead and do it. If you're having problems making these methods work, go to the back of the controller and find this tiny little pinhole. Stick something small and pointy in it, like a paperclip, and hold it for 5 seconds. This may help. If the cord method isn't working, try a different cord. If you thought this video was hot, click the oven mitt button. I'm Kevin with Gaming the Systems, and I approve this message.